Day one as a UK registered pharmacist, I catch a virus. With the way I hear people explain it, with the way I hear people talk about it, I lay in bed, cover myself because I gradually start feeling feverish. It is very, very contagious. She had a bit of fever. A colleague of ours was really off. The virus came and it left. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello. My name is Ambisi Ezem. If this is the first time of you seeing or coming across my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. So yeah, what a way to tell you that I got the job that I was interviewed for in November. Actually, when I posted that video, if you can remember, if you haven't watched it, actually you can find the link down below or towards the end of this video, so don't forget to watch to the very end, and please don't forget to subscribe. So I posted that video in November. When I actually posted it, I had already gotten the confirmation or the offer for the job, which was really exciting. My reaction was so hilarious in the sense that I screamed down the manager's ear down. I'm very sure I need to apologize, but she understood my excitement, so I'm really excited about that. So I have just resumed work as a UK registered pharmacist. I know, what a time to start work. First week was meant to involve, visiting different pharmacies, shadowing different pharmacists as well, but because of the situation on ground, I was told that I would not be doing that. So instead of that I was sent to the pharmacy I would be working at and shadowing pharmacists that worked for the first week of my orientation induction period. It was really helpful, it was really good. I spent time reading SOPs. I'll give you details about that in another video, fully focusing on being qualified, the day in the life and whatnot. So the final day of my shadowing, I was working, enjoying it, checking prescriptions, doing all the shebang and whatnot. I remember speaking to a patient that had complained about some symptoms he was experiencing, and obviously because the intensity of the whole situation on ground, so the whole virus that's going around now, wasn't really that much in the UK. It was much, but not that much, especially the city I'm in. He complained about some symptoms that had spread from his neck and whatnot, so I sold him some certain things. So I'm guessing maybe that's where I got it from, but I'm not really sure. But so I go back home after work and I realize that I'm feeling really weak. My body's aching me. I'm not feeling myself. I was like, okay, maybe it's the cold that's probably entered into my body because I went to Asda that day. I was not really covered properly, and so I get home, I lay in bed, cover myself because I gradually start feeling feverish. I drown myself in tea. I call my mom, just telling her how my symptoms are. I take vitamin C, I take some supplements, lots of water, pray as well. It was an experience. That was a Saturday. Then later in the evening I got better, a bit warm, removed a few layers of clothing that I had worn, and then the next day, Sunday, went for lunch in the garden. Still feeling a bit funny, a bit of body ache. I thought, okay, what's going on? My appetite wasn't really great. Then the night I started feeling a bit of itch, actually, gradually itching skin. I'm like, okay, where is this from? And then the next day I realized I have spots on my head. So on the Monday I was at work, working normally, still feeling strange. I'm checking prescriptions, okay, that was my first day by myself as a standalone responsible pharmacist. So all the dramatics and everything, changing the thing, CD, methadone, all the things that I was required to do. I was still feeling funny, not really strong, a bit of ache. I thought, okay, maybe I was stressed out from work, but not knowing that it was something more that was going on with me. And then towards the end of work, because I was still feeling a bit itchiness, I thought, okay, did something bite me? What's going on? I buy some paracetamol, I buy Piriton, and then I go home. Later that night, the itchiness is mad in certain areas. I am itchy, I am uncomfortable, I am confused at the same time. I can't sleep. The next day I had to go to work. So this was my day one as a UK registered pharmacist, struggling with all this, as well as mixed with excitement and whatnot. And then on the Tuesday, I still go to work. I'm like, okay, let me just go. I'm not really still feeling okay, but I think I can manage through. The spots are on my forehead, my hands as well. I could see some spots on my chest. It was later I thought, oh my goodness, I think I have varicella zoster virus. If you don't know what that is, Google it up. That's chicken pox. I'm sure you must have found out by now from the symptoms. And I still go to work so that it doesn't appear as though that, okay, she just started. It's her first day. After her first day by herself, she claims she's ill and whatnot. So, and actually I didn't have anybody's number apart from the pharmacist's number and whatnot. So I decided to still go to pharmacy, and I spoke to a colleague at work. And I told her, I think I have chickenpox. I can manage through. So the aim actually was not to be in contact with some patients while working. It did actually click that I may have to go home. I thought, okay, maybe I can manage through because it's like, it was impromptu. I didn't want to leave them stranded as well. But I had to go home because it is very, very contagious, especially if I come in contact with a pregnant woman, and that's not good. But it was just a moment of confusion. But I'm actually grateful that happened, looking back. Though I had to go off for almost 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I only worked one day by myself. 1 week with another pharmacy, orientation, induction, SOPs. I had to be off for about 12 days, 11 days. It was difficult. I literally couldn't wear proper clothes for the first 2 days of the whole blisters, spots and everything. I needed air to enter some certain region because I was sore. I had blisters in certain areas, in certain regions. This is a picture of how I looked with my calamine lotion on my face. It was something my mom told me, that little inconveniences, I'll paraphrase, sometimes are needful to prevent big inconveniences. It was that during that period, I believe, so many changes came into place in the pharmacy in regards to coronavirus. So I'm grateful I was off because there was this scare as well on what exactly is the pharmacy doing in that regards. I'll be doing a proper video on the measures that has been put in place in some certain pharmacies. And so during my time off, I reflected on the fact that, okay, though it's not comfortable, but a little chicken pox killed nobody. Well, it was uncomfortable for me, but it was still a blessing that that was the case. It wasn't my first scare that I thought I had the other virus. I'm grateful for the itchy love, the rainbow of blister comfort that made me homebound and whatnot. But it was homebound for about a week plus, and because the blisters actually took quite a while to clear up. I couldn't leave the house even with one blister left. So most of them had cleared up. My face had dried up as well. I tried my possible best not to itch. I applied all things I could apply. Some nights I slept like this, trying to prevent myself from itching, because if you itch and the blisters pop, it gets spread. I think that's actually what happened when I popped the one behind my back. Did not know that it was chicken pox, so popping it obviously caused it to spread. I had quite a few on my belly and some other regions. I repeat, I posted it on my blog, and some people didn't want to click it, so they jumped into a conclusion, but all the same, it's all love. During my time off, because of the whole virus. I had to stay indoors. I couldn't relate with the outside world because I was really contagious, infectious. So that was a trying time for me. I know most of the world right now is in that situation, but it made me realize that you can get absorbed in your own space. You can get absorbed. Yeah, there are things to do online, but it's helpful to see the sun. It's helpful to see the outside world. I was so pleased when I was going back to work. If you can see this video, I was literally rejoicing. I'll be able to go back to the public. Exciting. Health is wealth. So yeah, I got over the fact I wasn't paid. As a new start, apparently you don't get paid. I'm grateful for the family as well that helped me in my grocery shopping. I couldn't go grocery shopping and whatnot, and the fact that I hadn't had this before made people really surprised. They're like, "You never had chicken pox before as a child?" Whatnot. No, I never had chicken pox. I never had this virus ever. I'm a newbie at it, guys. I heard that it's really worse in adults. Like if you're grown and you have chicken pox, if you have this virus, the symptoms are really bad. So having it the way I did, I'm grateful that it wasn't as bad as people exaggerated it to be, or maybe had experienced it. It may not be an exaggeration or experienced it. So I'm glad that that wasn't my case. The virus came, did its time. I did my time with it, and it left. The virus came and it left and whatnot. I have gotten measles, guys. Cool or not for you. And I didn't experience very bad symptoms. With the way I hear people explain it, with the way I hear people talk about it, having it as an adult. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, my name is Ambi C. Essen.